So why the color code? What's the point of the color code? I'm going to introduce you to a whole new way of thinking. Once you see this, by the way, you'll never look at yourself or others the same again. We're going to introduce the concept of why you are uniquely you. So when a child is first born, well, actually when the child's in the womb, every woman will tell you they are unique. They're different. They're not the same. So you came at birth with your personality already intact. This is a revolutionary new concept. Most psychologists have taught that the personality is something you evolve into or grow. That's not correct. You actually come with a personality in play, and then you spend the rest of your life developing that personality, which is what is called character. So let's go back just for now to talk about personality. What is personality? So personality is why you do what you do. The beauty of the color code, or the people code as we call it, is that it tells you why you do it. There are 4 basic core personalities, and of course many variations based on how much you are of whatever you are, but every human being has one driving core motive, and that motive defines what color you are. So the red personality, we'll start with them because I get angry if I don't. The red personalities are driven by the core motive of power. Power simply means moving from A to B, getting something done. Now, the motive that drives you in life is like breathing. If I can't accomplish my motive, it's like I'm choking, like I can't breathe. So if you take a red who's driven by power, getting from A to B, and you stifle them or block them, you create tension and anger as though they're choking and they need to be able to get to B. Blues are driven by the concept of intimacy. What does it mean to be intimate? Well, intimacy means in to me you see. Intimacy. Blue personalities love connecting. While a red personality loves to build the bridge, the blue personality wants to show people as they walk across the bridge what it meant to build it. And they also want to hold hands with the person they're walking across the bridge with. Blues love connecting and sharing emotions and feelings, and that's very critical to them in life. That's what matters most, is the ability to connect. So you can imagine for a blue, if they're in relationships that have no meaning or no connection, how stifling that is for them. It's like choking them. Those are the heavyweights. What that means is the heavyweights spend their entire life trying to change others. Reds and blues always try and change their environment and the people they're around because they think they have a better way. Whites and yellows are the lightweights, meaning they spend their entire life refusing to be controlled. So let's go with the whites. Whites are the least understood of the 4 colors, and that's because they're not always flapping their lips. They're very quiet. They're driven by the core motive of peace. They just want to get along. They are very comfortable working in their own independent space. They like being with themselves and their own company. Peace is critical because in life, it's not always easy to go through without having contention or conflict. And whites struggle to have that dynamic happen. They're very logical versus emotional. So they see things with much greater clarity than people realize, but they typically won't share with you what they're thinking unless you ask. Then there's the yellows. The yellows are they live to play. So fun is the driving core motive for yellows. Yellows love living in the moment, the present tense. They're not worrying about yesterday. They're not thinking about tomorrow. They're living right here and now. Yellows bring a party wherever they go. They like people, and people tend to like themselves when they're with yellows because of their natural sense of fun and engaging in the moment. Fun means, by the way, doing things simply for the sake of doing them, not necessarily for an outcome. And that's what frustrates people around yellows because they're thinking they're not going anywhere. But the yellow is not judging value in life based on where they're going as much as what they're enjoying and doing in the moment. So there you have red, blue, white, and yellow. Those are the driving core motives of the personality. You are one of them. I promise you. Guaranteed. I mean, you can go on the website, taylorhartman.com, take the profile, and you'll find out who you are, and it'll make a whole difference in the rest of your life. Now, I'm the author of the color code. However, when I was growing up, I was raised by a very red mother. So I knew that being red was the only way to succeed in her eyes in life. And so actually, I took on the red persona. Showing up on time. We couldn't miss school. She had killed us. That's not even an option. We always went and did. We always performed. That was critical to her, and she was the dominant force of our parents in our home. So I thought when I was writing the color code that I was red. And my wife said to me, "Red? Are you kidding? Like, that's not true." I said, "I am red. I mean, I'm successful. I show up. I have a lot of clients. What are you talking about?" And she said to me something very interesting. She said, "Taylor, where is your office?" And my office was on the beach, literally. And she said, "What do you do when someone doesn't show up for an appointment?" I said, "I go to the beach. I have 45 minutes just to enjoy myself." And then it just struck me. Like, just in that moment, I said, of course I'm not red. My driving core is yellow, and everything shows that about myself, but I was taught to believe I was a red. So even though you're taught to believe you're something, your driving core is what you really are from birth, the way you come. So you can add dimensions to your life. There's nothing wrong at all with adding positive traits to your natural innate core personality. But at the end of the day, it's best to start with getting to know just who are you. That's the beauty and the power of the color code. And people often say to me, "Well, why are there only 4 colors? Why not 5 or 6? I promise you, having traveled around the entire world, there are only 4 driving core motives that exist in the human being. You are either power-based, intimacy-focused, peace-driven, or fun. Those are your 4 driving options. Now, knowing that, you can then take and add all the other dimensions, strengths, and limitations of other colors to find your unique self. But every one of you will either be driven by power, intimacy, peace, or fun. Now enjoy this, because it's very exciting to know who you are and how you fit in this world. So how did you like today's video? Thumbs up, thumbs down? What are your thoughts? We'd love to hear your comments. We'd love you to subscribe. We'll be uploading 2 to 3 times a week, so we'd like to be part of that with us. It would also like you to look at our website, taylorhartman.com, taylorhartman.com. And we'd love you to stay current with us. Please ask your questions that you'd like me to respond to. Happy to do that. We're going to have a lot of fun together. Thanks for today.